Good morning, everyone. Our topic for today is Lesson 13-4, Equivalence with Metric Units of Capacity and Mass. You will find this lesson on page 703 up to 706 from your book. Here are the learning objectives for today's lesson. You're going to recognize the relative size of metric units of mass and capacity and convert from a larger unit to a smaller unit. Solve more problems related to metric units of mass and capacity. So let's have a review. So this is the metric conversion. So last meeting we discussed about the metric units of length, focusing on kilometer, meter, centimeter, and millimeter. Now about metric units of capacity and metric units of mass, we're going to use liter and gram as the unit. Okay, so always remember to memorize this sequence, okay, of this metric conversion from kilo to milli. So our focus is to convert from larger unit to smaller units. So from larger unit to smaller unit, always multiply, and each unit is multiplying by 10. So kilo, we have kilometer, meter, centimeter, and millimeter. Okay, hectometer, decameter, and decimeter is not included from your book, but I need to include this one in order you to know the distance between the different units that we have. Okay, so the same thing, our unit that we're going to focus on for today's lesson is liter and gram. Okay, so we have a liter and milliliter, and gram, we have the milligram, kilogram, and gram. So how can you convert from one metric unit capacity of mass to another? So Louis needs 8 1-liter serving of apple juice. He has 5,000 milliliters of juice. Does Louis have enough apple juice? So when we say metric units of capacity, it includes the liters and milliliters. The metric units of mass includes kilogram, grams, and milligrams. And always remember that in metric units of capacity and mass, 1 liter is equivalent to 1,000 milliliter. And in 1 gram, it's equivalent to 1,000 milligram. And 1 kilogram is equivalent to 1,000 gram. So it means converting from bigger unit or larger unit to smaller unit, liter to milliliter, gram to milligram, and kilogram to gram, we just simply multiply by 1,000. Find how many milliliters of apple juice Louis needs. So our basis is 1 liter is equivalent to 1,000 milliliter. So if there are 8 liters, how many milliliters is that? So since 1 liter is 1,000 milliliter, we just simply multiply 8 multiplied by 1,000, and that is equivalent to 8,000 milliliters. So Louis needs 8,000 milliliters of juice. So if we're going to compare to find if Louis has enough apple juice, so 8,000 milliliters is greater than 5,000 milliliters. So Louis does not have enough apple juice. Another example, how many grams of apples are needed to make 1 liter of juice? Always remember that 2 kilograms of apples is equivalent to 1 liter of juice. So you can make 1 liter of juice out of 2 kilograms of apples. So 1 kilogram is equivalent to 1,000 grams. So 2 kilograms, if we're going to multiply it by 1,000 grams, so that is equivalent to 2,000 grams. So 2,000 grams of apples makes 1 liter of apple juice, because 2,000 grams is equivalent to 2 kilogram, and 2 kilogram makes 1 liter of apple juice. So always remember that when we say mass, it is the amount of matter that something contains. Now, let's proceed to the guided practice. Margot has 8 kilograms of apples. How many liters of juice or apple juice can Margot make? So If you could remember the previous slide, 2 kilograms is equivalent to 1 liter of apple juice. So if there are 8 kilograms of apples, how many liters of apple juice is that? So the answer is 4 liters. Why? Because 8 kilograms, if we're going to convert that into grams, that is equivalent to 8,000 because we just simply multiply by 1,000. And each 2,000 grams or 2 kilogram, okay, is equivalent to 1 liter. So 2,000 multiplied by 4 liters is 8,000, and 8,000 is equivalent to 8 kilogram. That's why the answer is 4 liters. Next, convert each unit from grams to milligrams. If we're going to use the metric conversion, gram to milligram, we have 3 movements going to the right. It means multiply by 1,000. So 6 multiplied by 1,000, the answer is 6,000 milligrams. The same thing in number 3, liters to milliliters. Liters to milliliters, from bigger unit or larger unit to smaller unit, and 3 movements going to the right, it means that is 10 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 10, and that is equivalent to 1,000. So 9 multiplied by 1,000 is equivalent to 9,000 milliliters. Next, let's convert each unit. Kilogram to grams, that is 1,000. So 5 multiplied by 1,000, that is equivalent to 5,000 grams. Liters to milliliters. When we convert liters to milliliters, it means 3 movements going to the right. It means that is 1,000 also, because 10 times 10 times 10. So 2 multiplied by 1,000, the answer is 2,000 milliliters. Grams to milligrams. So grams to milligrams, also 1,000. So 4 multiplied by 1,000 is equivalent to 4,000 milligrams. Another, 9 kilograms to grams. Kilograms to grams means 1,000 multiplied by 1,000 because 3 movements going to the right. So 9 multiplied by 1,000, the answer is 9,000 grams. Liters to milliliters, the same. We just simply multiply by 1,000. So 7 multiplied by 1,000 is equivalent to 7,000 milliliters. Gram to milligram, multiplied by 1,000. So 1 multiplied by 1,000 is 1,000. Liters to milliliters, question number 10. So liters to milliliters, multiplied by 1,000. So 3 multiplied by 1,000, the answer is 3,000. Kilogram to grams. So 4 multiplied by 1,000, the answer is 4,000 grams. Okay? So let's proceed to mathematical practices and problem solving. Question number 12. A cardboard box has a mass of 800 grams. When 4 books of equal mass are put into the box, the filled box has a mass of 8 kilograms. What is the mass of each book in grams? As you can see here, we have one box, a cardboard box, that is equivalent to 800 grams. This refers to this one. And there are 4 books, 2 green, 1 orange, and 1 pink. So, if you're going to combine the mass of these 4 books and the mass of this cardboard box, the total is 8 kilograms. So the question is, what is the mass of each book in grams? So we're going to change kilogram first into gram. So kilogram to gram, that is equivalent to 8,000 grams. Okay? So we have 8,000 grams. This 8,000 grams is the total of this and this one. So in order to get the mass of this one, we need to subtract 8,000, subtract by 800. Okay, so this is 0, 0, this becomes 7, and this is 10, and this becomes 2 and 7. So it means the total of this is 7,200. But that is not the question. The question is, what is the mass of each book? So how many books do we have? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there are 4 books do we have. We have 4 books, and that 4 books is equivalent to 7,200. So what are we going to do to get the mass of each book is to divide 7,200 divided into 4. So 7 divided by 4 is 1, 1 multiplied by 4 is 4, and 7 minus 4 is 3. Then bring down 2. 32 divided 4 is 8, 8 multiplied by 4 is 32. Then we have 2 zeros remaining, we need to put above. That's why the answer is 1,800 grams each book. Okay, so to recap, 8 multiplied by 1,000 is 8,000 grams. So 8,000 grams minus 800 grams, 7,200 grams. And we need to divide into 4 books to get each book mass that is equivalent to 1,800 grams. Next, the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse was a kilometer from the shore in 1870. How far was the lighthouse from the shore in 1970? So always remember that the beach near Cape Hatteras Lighthouse in North Carolina has eroded about 8 meters each year. So from 1870 to 1970, what is the difference? So we have 0, 0, 1, and 0. So we have 100 years. So if each year eroded 8 meters, so what are we going to do in order to get the answer? So we have 100 here. Okay, so we have 100 years. So we're going to multiply by 8 meters. So because each year eroded by 8. So 100 multiplied by 8 is equivalent to 800 meters. That is the total number of eroded after 100 years. So in order to get the final answer, if how far was the lighthouse from the shore in 1970, so we need to subtract it to 1,000 meter. Why? Because 1 kilometer, a kilometer, which is the original distance, so 1 kilometer is equivalent to 1,000 meter. Okay, so from this 1,000 meter, we need to subtract 800 meter. So the answer is 200. So that is the answer for the question, how far was the lighthouse from the shore in 1970? So again, 200 meters is the answer because 1 kilometer is equivalent to 1,000 meter. So the first step, we're going to subtract 1970 to 1870. So the answer is 100 years. So each year, 8 meters, eroded about 8 meters each year. So we're going to multiply by 8. 8 multiplied by 100 is 800. Then 1,000 minus 800 to find out how far was the lighthouse from the shore in 1970. So the final answer is 200 meters. Next question. The mass of 4 large zucchini is about 2 kilograms. About how many grams will 1 large zucchini have? So you have 4 large, and these 4 large zucchini, if I'm going to use the model, okay, so 1 zucchini, second zucchini, third, fourth. So 1, 2, 3, 4 zucchini. The total of these 4 zucchinis is equivalent to 2 kilograms. So since you are asking for how many grams each, so you need to change this kilogram into gram, which is equivalent to 2,000 grams. Then, in order to find each one, you need to divide 2,000 grams to 4. So 2,000 divide 4, so each one is equivalent to 500 grams or about 500 grams or half a kilo. So let's continue. A small sofa has a mass of 30 kilograms and a pillow on the sofa has a mass of 300 grams. How many pillows would it take to equal the mass of the sofa. So what are we going to do is sofa has 30 kilograms. So from this 30 kilograms, we're going to change this into gram or convert into gram. So we have 30,000 because kilogram to gram multiplied by 1,000. So 30,000 gram. Okay. Then we're going to divide this 30,000 gram into 300 grams in order to get how many pillows, because each pillow, okay, is equivalent to 300 grams. So since we have 30,000 grams for the sofa, so we're going to divide 30,000 divide 300. So we just simply divide 300 is 1. Then we have 2 zeros. That's why the answer is equivalent to 100 pillows. So 1 kilogram, 1,000 gram. 30 kilograms means 30,000 gram, and 300 grams multiplied by 100 is equivalent to 30,000. Or you just simply divide 30,000 divided by 30,000 divided by 300 rather, to get the answer, which is equivalent to 100 pillows. Next, number 16, which shows a correct comparison. So 5 milliliters compared to 50 liters. So milliliters, and we have liters. So which is bigger? So if I'm going to change this into milliliters, it becomes 50,000 milliliters. So the symbol is wrong. So that is not the correct answer. Okay, if I'm going to change this into milliliters, in order you to compare, make the units the same. So milliliters, milliliters. So 2 multiplied by 1,000 is 2,000 milliliters. So 2,000 milliliters, so 2 liters must be greater than. Here, 50 liters must be greater than. So that is wrong. Next, 100 liters equivalent to 1,000 milliliters. If I'm going to change this into milliliters, multiply by, if I'm going to multiply this by 1,000, so I have 5 zeros, so it should be 100,000. So this must be the greater one. So that is also wrong. And 3,000 milliliters to liters, if I'm going to change this into milliliters, multiply by 1,000. So the final answer is 3,000. So they are the same. That's why letter D is the correct answer. The same thing here, kilogram and grams. So if I'm going to change kilogram to gram, that is equivalent to 1,000 gram. So 1,000 gram is less than 2,000 grams. So the symbol must be like this. Next, gram to milligram. If I'm going to change that one, it should be 9,000 milligram. So 9,000 milligram and 9,000 milligram, and the symbol is equal. That's why the answer is letter B. Why letter C is not the correct one? Gram to kilogram, if I'm going to change this one, this becomes 1,000 gram. So 1,000 gram, 900 grams, so 1,000 gram must be the greater one. And gram to milligram, so this becomes 9,000 also. So 9,009, so this must be the greater one. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much and have a nice day.